back, Refocus Gang, and welcome back to another episode of Refocus on You. I greatly appreciate you guys watching. I missed you guys the last 2 weeks, but we are back and better than ever. Um, Again, make sure you like, subscribe, and share these videos. Make sure you invite your friends to the channels, your family, everyone needs a little bit of healing, and I want to make sure that we reach the masses, that we start to change generations and generations to come. Today we are going to be talking about mommy issues. It was a viewer's request, and when I first thought about it, I was thinking, well, maybe they're going to be similar to daddy issues, but they're not. Mommy issues are totally different from daddy issues. So today we're going to dive right into mommy issues. When I think of mommy, the first 3 words that come to mind is protection, nurturer, and teacher. Mothers are very important in your life. You always look to your mother for some sense of stability, for some sense of security. Like, mommy is just it. They often say when kids ask their daddy, hey, where's mommy? That means, can I speak to your supervisor? Because you're not telling me right. So mommies are very important in a child's life. They often say, and it's arguably said, that the most important relationship in a child's life from the time they're born to the age of 5 is the relationship with their mother. It builds a lot of things in that child's life, and it's very important for them to have some kind of stable relationship with their mother. Sometimes it does not happen, but it's very important. Mommy issues. When a mother fails to carry out her duties as a parent in the eyes of her child. So that kind of stood out to me because it says in the eyes of the child, which means it's not saying socially acceptable or normal. It just says in the eyes of the child. So that means how your child perceives you determines the type of mother you are. When I did my research, I found different types of mothers. Of course, the first type being an absent mother. When mommy's just not there, period, or she has relinquished her rights, or she's there but she's not there. Like she thinks she's there but she's not really there. Maybe she has some other issues that she's dealing with, drug addiction, workaholic, different things like that. It's different types of absent mothers, but the one I'm going to focus on is the mother that's not there at all. Like, she's relinquished her rights. She's like, here you go, I can't handle this child. Absent mothers can create distant, angry, sad children. An absent mother makes you feel like you almost have to conquer the world alone. Like, if mommy's not here to guide me, if my mother didn't even love me, like, how could the person who birthed me decide that she didn't want me? Like, how do you go 9 months? And children think that, like, how do you carry me for 9 months and decide, like, no, you know what, I don't want this child. And that can be very damaging to a child, like the most damaging, because that was supposed to be the relationship that stick. The relationship that no matter what happens, I can call my mama. Mommy's always going to be there. An absent mother can have children putting on shows or fake personalities, faking who they are, because they're trying to get some type of attention. They're trying to get someone to actually pay attention to them. And they're trying to feel the love that they are missing from not having a present mother. A mother is very, very important to a child. Kids with absent mothers oftentimes try to find something or somebody else that can almost be that motherly figure. Like, they try to find a neighbor, a teacher, a friend, someone that they can connect with and kind of feel that love or that void that they are missing. A lot of times that void is never filled, though, because it's nothing like a mother. Like, it is nothing like your own biological mother. You can have step parents. You can have parents who took over But once you find out that this is not really my mother, it's still a void there because you want to know why you. Why did your mother decide that you was not worthy enough to to raise or to be there fully for you 100%? Children with absent mothers have a lot of trust issues. So you can say they are kind of born with trust issues because if your mother just relinquishes her rights or decides she doesn't want to be there for you, that's kind of like, who can I trust? Who can I actually trust if mommy's not trustworthy? Like, that's supposed to be the most trustworthy person on the earth, my mom. So like it can be very hard, but it does cause trust issues. They suffer a lot of shame, they have lack of confidence, they feel unlovable, and they fear that if they are in a relationship or they do get too deep in a relationship, that it's not going to turn out right because it all goes back to that first initial relationship. If we couldn't get this first initial relationship to work, then the rest of them are bound to be doomed. And that's just how they think in their head. No, that's not true, but that's just how you feel. Like, if this one didn't work, my mommy didn't work. The closest thing to me, like, that mommy is the closest thing. You were inside of her. So if that didn't work, I know it can be very, very hard, but it's okay. It's okay. Then we have toxic mothers. Toxic mothers are the disrespectful mothers, the mothers who don't know how to talk to you, don't know how to treat you. They have no regard for your feelings or your desires. They're like, it's my way or the highway. I know what is best for you. What you want doesn't matter. Then you have the controlling mothers. She wants to be in charge of your life, her life, dad's life, everybody's life. Like, I know what's going on. I got this. You don't have to do anything. Just sit here. I have this. She don't trust you to make your own decisions and guide yourself in life. She feels like you are nothing without her, and that's why she has to be there for you. Controlling mothers are very particular because they can cause you to be someone you're not. You're so busy trying to make sure that you live up to this standard that they have created for you, that when you go out, you're basically just being whoever she told you that you were supposed to be. You're not really, you're not really being yourself. You're not really being the person that you are authentically, because it's like, this is who mommy said I should be, or this is what mommy wants. This is what mommy desires. So I have to do this to make sure that I stay up to mommy's standards or I make mommy happy. A lot of times those people go on in life and they're never truly happy or truly fulfilled because they're living their life through their mother's eyes. And a lot of times when you're living life through mommy's eyes, she's trying to prevent you from making the mistakes that she made, else controlling you, and you're just not figuring out your own way and not benefiting from your life enough. Mommy issues can cause you to either be grandiose or to be depressive. Grandiose is you're always seeking attention, admiration, you need recognition, power, popularity, just so you can feel important. So you can feel like you matter. So you can feel like, hey, I'm it. Like, yeah, I'm good. I'm important. Like, the lack of attention makes you feel unloved. And that's not good. Like, attention seeking can be very traumatic, and it can cause a lot of issues because if you don't get the attention that you want, at some point in time you're going to have a breakdown, or you're going to start, it's going to push you into depression because now you feel like, oh, nobody loves me. A depressive child feels guilty and that they're not worthy of their mother's love, when we're all worthy of love. Just because one person dropped the ball, never feel like you're not worthy of love, because that may have just been your path, healing mommy issues. The first thing to realize is she is who she is. You have to make sure that you are accepting your reality, accepting your mother for who she is. Like I said at the beginning, it says mommy issues are developed for the way the child sees the mother. So the issues are coming along from, I pictured mommy to be this. This is the idea, the fantasy, the fairy tale that I have in my mind. This is what I'm placing my mother up against. And this is not who she is. You have to make sure that you are accepting her for who she is. And that's all you can do. You have to acknowledge your reality. This is never going to be the mother that I have. So therefore, this is who she is. I accept her for who she is. I forgive her for who she is. But at this point in my life, I have to also know I am above this relationship. I am above any hurt, any type of feeling that I feel towards this relationship. And I forgive her. Because if I hold on to the hurt she caused and she's walking around fine, it's only dragging me down. It's not bothering her at all. So I accept her for who she is. I can learn to deal with her for who she is. I forgive her for who she is. And I'm better than what I'm trying to reduce this relationship to. When you agree with the reality of you and your mother's relationship, you learn to accept it. You learn to say, you know what? It wasn't what I expected it to be. It wasn't what I wanted it to be. But it is what it is. And a lot of times we do already have another mother figure that stepped in and was the best mother, or we have a friend or a family member, somebody that stepped in and tried to be there for us. And we have to make sure that we appreciate that person for who they tried to be in their life. We have to make sure that we appreciate what they tried to do for us and don't minimize their efforts because you're trying to find your fairy tale on this side. If mommy couldn't do her job, mommy couldn't do her job. But if someone stepped in to do that job for mommy, you love them and you appreciate them and you adore them and you forgive mommy because that was mommy's loss. You have to understand that you are a beautiful person. You are a gift from heaven. And if she was not ready for that gift or she was unable to accept that gift, that was her loss, not yours. You didn't lose anything by not having her. You must identify the issues within you that were caused by the absent mother. So identify your issues, whether it's lack of confidence, trust issues, needing attention, needing that second validation. If it's anything, you must identify those issues for what they are and learn to and try to dissect those issues and figure out ways that you can balance them out without her. Because a lot of times, if mommy wasn't there from the beginning, she's not going to have this come to grace moment where she's like, I'm sorry for what I did to you. I was wrong. Because a lot of times they are stuck in, no, I did what was best. And they're not feeling like the lack of relationship with me and my child is going to affect them. They feel like I did what was best so they could have the best life. That's their feeling. You don't have to agree with that, but you do have to look at it from their point of view and learn to forgive them. Like, forgiveness is not even for them. It's for you. It's so that you don't feel a type of way. And it's so that you don't walk around carrying this baggage for time after time. Because carrying this baggage, believe it or not, will stop you from showing up in the world as your greatest self. Will stop you from being the greatest parent. Because you're feeling like, oh, I don't want to do this to my kids. Or I don't want to damage my kids the way I'm damaged. In all reality, sometimes you can be letting the kids get away with stuff that you normally wouldn't because you're afraid that you're going to do the same thing your mommy did. The best thing to remember is you are better than that. You are better than your parents. You are better than your mother. You would never do to your kids the things that your mother did to you. So you're a better mother from the beginning because you kept your kids. You took your kids in. You took care of your kids. You made sure you build the relationship with your kids. You're doing the mommy thing. Never discount your momminess because it's of something that your mother did. Another important thing to remember is you are loved, whether it be by a parent that came in, a spouse, your own kids, siblings. You are loved. Best friends, sisters that you took on, you are loved. You are very much loved. If you look around you, you have so much, and you have so much to be grateful for. You have done so much on your own, standing on your own 2 feet with the help of no one. And that makes you a marvelous person. You are awesome. Like, a lot of times we are wanting relationships, not realizing that on our own 2 feet, we are unstoppable. Anything that we lack was only a push and motivation to push us to be the person that we needed to be, to push us to be the great one, to push us to be the person that was needed to build and break generational curses, to break these things off of our family. We are that person. We are the people. We are the generation. So the things that we lack, it was just motivation. Remind yourself every day of everything that you have achieved. Whenever you feel low, or you feel like, oh, why doesn't she love me? Why isn't she here with me? Why is she this way? Why is she toxic? Why does she make me feel this way? Remember, you achieved so much on your own. Remember everything that you have done, whether it be you graduated from school, you went to college, you've obtained a job, you saved money, you've bought a house, you're standing on your own. Remember all of those things that you have done. When it comes to toxic mothers or controlling mothers, sometimes you have to break away. Sometimes you have to break free, and you have to try to find your own self, your own identity away from mom. Sometimes it takes that. It takes a breakaway just for you to see, you know what? I really don't even like macaroni. Or I really don't even like the color purple. It's just that my mama always told me this was my favorite color, so I just agree with it. Like, a lot of times it takes a child to go away and separate from that in order to really find out who they are. And you have to take that time for you, because if not, when mommy is gone, you're going to be lost. And then you're going to be older trying to figure out, who am I really? Mommy's not here to make these decisions. So really, who am I? So make sure with everything, whether you have a toxic mother, a controlling mother, an absent mother, that you are really seeing who you are authentically, that you know who you are on your own 2 feet, that you know you can stand on your own 2 feet, that you know who you truly are. Because as long as you know who you truly are, nothing can stop you. Don't think that just because you had these absent relationships that you're any different from anybody else. No, that just means you may have a little bit more motivation. You keep pushing yourself. You keep trying to heal. You acknowledge the issues that you have, and you try to build. You try to build on them. You try to heal them, and you try to demolish them. Like, no, this is not who I am. I am this. I am strong. I am a great individual. I am a legend. I will break these things off of my life. I will not do my kids this way. Like, you just have to make sure that you are reinforcing the good in you and not worrying about the bad in somebody else. Okay? We are all special. We all have our unique battles, and we all have different things that we're going to have to struggle and conquer with in order to get to the other side of life. But you can do it. It's nothing in you that cannot be done. Anything that you need to do, you can set your mind to it and do it. You are in control of everything that goes on in your life. Dismiss people or things that are not benefiting you. Don't long for relationships that don't want to be there. If a person, a mother, if they don't want to be there, they don't want to be there. It's probably better that you're not here. Sometimes you have to look around in your life and say, well, would it have been any better if she was here? Or could it been any better if she wasn't this way? Like, you have to look at your life for what it really is and just appreciate what you have. All right. I greatly appreciate you guys watching. I hope this helped a lot. If you have any more questions, please reach out to me. If you have anything else that you would like to request, like I take viewers requests, any topics that you would like for me to speak on, I definitely will speak on it. I hope you guys have a great week. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Share, share, share. All right. You guys have a great week. Thanks for watching.